Sinner and Medvedev's messages, Eala pressure. Djokovic suffers blow. Indian Wells and Miami Roundup. Monday's news from the tennis world includes Jannik Sinner and Daniil Medvedev's reaction to their Indian Wells final and the draw for the WTA 1000 event in Miami. We also have news of Novak Djokovic's injury blow, Alex Eala's ranking situation ahead of Miami, and a former WTA player's verdict on Indian Wells champion Aryna Sabalenka. Here is our latest roundup of the biggest headlines from Indian Wells and Miami. Sinner and Medvedev react to Indian Wells final. Sinner defeated Medvedev 7-6, 7-6, in the Indian Wells men's singles final to win the Masters 1000 event in California for the first time. Medvedev has congratulated Sinner and admitted he wasn't good enough in a candid social media post. In his press conference, Sinner reflected on his achievement of winning all 6 Masters 1000 titles and declared that tennis needs Medvedev. Read more. Everything Jannik Sinner said after Indian Wells title win as he sends message to Daniil Medvedev. WTA Miami Open draw. Sabalenka overcame Elena Rybakina 3-6, 6-3, 7-6 in a thrilling women's singles final in Indian Wells, and the draw for the WTA 1000 in Miami is now out. Rybakina climbed to a career-high ranking of world number 2 today, but she is seeded 3rd in Miami and has landed in Sabalenka's half of the draw, which means the duo could meet in the semifinals. World number 3 and 2nd seed Iga Swiatek is on a collision course with Filipina star Eala, who she lost to at last year's event. Read more. WTA Miami Open draw. Sabalenka and Rybakina in same half. Swiatek could face Eala. Djokovic injury and ranking blow. Djokovic lost to Jack Draper in the 3rd round in Indian Wells, and the great Serbian has been ruled out of the Miami Open due to a shoulder injury. The 24-time Grand Slam winner will, therefore, drop the 650 points he earned for his runner-up result in Miami last year, which means he will lose the world number 3 ranking. Read more. Novak Djokovic suffers an injury setback, and his ranking will now take a big hit. Eala rankings pressure. Eala climbed to her career-high ranking of world number 29 today ahead of her return to the Miami Open. The 20-year-old will be defending 390 points in Miami after she reached the semifinals as a wild card last year. This will be the first time that Eala will face the prospect of dropping a significant amount of points from a previous result. Read more. Alex Eala. Why Filipina's star faces rankings pressure for the first time in her career in Miami. Sabalenka's final record analyzed. Sabalenka had lost 6 of her last 10 finals prior to beating Rybakina in the Indian Wells championship match. Before the final, ex-British player Naomi Cavaday spoke exclusively to Tennis 365 and discussed Sabalenka's record in finals. Cavaday assessed that the Belarusian star could have won all 4 Grand Slams in 2025 and argued she beat herself a lot of the time. Read more. Aryna Sabalenka accused of beating herself, as she is urged to find solutions. Want more from Tennis 365? Add us as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for tennis coverage you can trust. Before the final, ex-British player Naomi Cavaday spoke exclusively to Tennis 365 and discussed Sabalenka's record in finals. Cavaday assessed that the Belarusian star could have won all 4 Grand Slams in 2025 and argued she beat herself a lot of the time. Read more. Aryna Sabalenka accused of beating herself, as she is urged to find solutions. Want more from Tennis 365? Add us as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for tennis coverage you can trust.